Hey, YouTubers, it's Uncle Lo with Uncle Lo's Next Adventures. Today I get the chance to talk with you guys about EVs. And if you guys know me quite well, I'm a bit of a gasser guy. I'm a total car enthusiast, but I'm really about campaigning to save manual cars. And unfortunately, manual cars are our dying breed, and they're known as analog vehicles now. But I still love them, right? Just the fact that it's quite engaging when you have a manual in your hand, you're constantly working something to drive somewhere or just to get some inputs, both ways. But, there's a couple of things that I've had to think about. In as my family continues to grow, not in numbers. There's still three of us here, but just the needs of the family and where we need to travel to. And sometimes we like to go on some medium range trips, and we like to visit family. But gas here in Vancouver, Canada is absolutely insane. We're looking at 213, 239 estimated per liter. And when you look at that, I drive pretty fuel efficient cars, and I'm averaging, let's say even at 400 kilometers, you're looking at quite a lot of gas per month, right? That you need to spend. And it does add up. I won't take that away because you only can control what you can control. So my Miata, it's not an EV, it's gas. It needs to take gas, so I'm definitely going to continue keeping that one and maintaining it. But I have also my wife who drives a 2015 Accord Sport that's in 6-speed manual. I love that vehicle. There needs a little bit of work right now. The starter is the one that probably needs to change the most, and I'll be driving that car. I really enjoy it, and I don't think that's going to be sold anywhere. I'll get that car back, and what I'm going to do is with my wife, she wants to get a brand new car. And for me, I've done a lot of research and to see what works, and the EV route is definitely it makes sense right now. The infrastructure in Vancouver has grown immensely. You can tell that the locals are definitely not supporting gassers, so I'll keep still supporting both sides here. But with the EV, makes a lot of sense too, because the rebates are absolutely enormous. So much so that I'm looking at Honda Civic range numbers for a pretty well-appointed 2024 Tesla Model 3. And for me, surprisingly, when you get a discount immediately off a brand new vehicle that has brand new features like three-way ventilated seats, right? The acoustic glass is all around. It's got a new FSD suspension system that really dampens out a lot of the sounds that, for me, as a true enthusiast, really were bothered by. Like, for me, it didn't matter if I had 130 horsepower, 300 horsepower, or 600 horsepower. For me, I just want something that's kind of intuitive, and I like driving. So to take a chance on the EV wasn't that great leap of faith. I have a lot of friends have been devoted EV fans since the beginning, and those fan people there definitely continue supporting the Elon Musk initiatives. But for me, Uncle Lo, I just look at the features and basically what does my family need right now? What is the driving enjoyment? How they have gone? How far they've gone? And for me, that big discount of if you qualify up to 9K, right? You're looking at here for me, 42 Canadian. The exchange rate right now, you're looking at the low 30K USD for a Model 3. I can be very honest, you people in America right now, if they heard exactly what I was getting, you'd be like, whoa, that is crazy. I'd probably get an EV too, right? Anyways, after driving it, I'm pretty blown away. I'll be honest with you. They've come a long ways. That suspension one for me was a little bit firm before. It's not that I don't like firm suspensions, but I like ones that are well dampened too, right? And this FSD suspension made a huge difference. It's almost like you're kind of hitting the right frequency so that the sound doesn't go thump anymore, right? It's more of let's get the ride going, and you can still steer quite nicely on some bump steer situations. The other thing too is I really liked is the infotainment system. It's quite intuitive, but what I really enjoy about it too is that Tesla's actually, with their iterations, and they've really developed and heard from the Tesla owners what their woes were. So, like, for example, the bezels, just something small to be a little bit thinner at that 15.4 inch beautiful screen was a nice touch, right? Teslas are usually very minimalistic, but the materials outside weren't always up to par or weren't always the best. They've actually upgraded. They have some soft touch materials now, which makes it really, really a much nicer, not only ride, but touch and feel, that visceral feeling that you get when you're in there, right? And you're surrounded by glass. So really everything accentuates and looks really, really nice, I believe, in this Tesla here. The other thing too is what I was quite surprised was, the acceleration of the rear wheel drive. It's got good mid-range torque. That's what I would say. It's not that I've never driven an EV before, but I specifically have not driven a Model 3. And a lot of people have said, oh, well, but I've been in so many. Like, for me, it's like I've been on every taxi ride. My friends have rented them, right? I've driven to the golf course in them. So I get a feeling of a lot, and I do read a lot of the magazines, and I get a good feeling of how cars like. But what was pleasantly surprising is because this one start stop method, I thought I would not get used to it, but immediately loved it. When you get that feeling where you kind of go, but you want to slow down a little bit more, and what it's saving actually the brakes, or like the regenerative braking system, all in one, I think is actually innovative, and I really like that. I got to get used to the stocks, like anything. People got to get used to it, but I don't have to like it, right? Not having stocks and not looking for your button, because Ferraris and stuff will have it, but Ferraris also have a different shape on their steering wheel. So it's not necessarily that you're looking for something round all the way through and just trying to figure out where the haptic buttons are, but on a Ferrari, that steering wheel is quite unique, so you're not really going to miss much. And signaling on the track is a little bit different signaling in the city. So I still say I wish I had a stock there, but that's just me being me, because it's so minimalistic already. Did we really have to go the one-step approach, unless you're trying to change the entire type of driving scenario here, right? And you're setting for something else, and I get that, right? That's part of Tesla's strategy, is to kind of bridge that lifestyle, and I like that too, because Apple does that, right? And you guys know I've spent 25 years, being supported by Apple, and I actually love the brand. But the last thing I wanted to share a little bit about, some of the stuff that I might have to think about twice a little bit. And, the back of the storage to get in, you're not going to carry that much. So to say that we're going to go on trips, we'd have to be pretty minimalistic, which I guess would be okay. We could try that. I folded the seat all the way as flat as I could. I think that I can probably take a good little nap in there. Probably that's what's warranted when you're charging, because that will be a bit of a change for me. What else would there be? The rear wheel drive, the sound system is definitely not as crisp and as bassy as the 17 speaker one there too. Hopefully that's not going to be a big issue. I don't think it will be, because it still carries good enough that the bass is clear enough, and the volumes are just enough that I think we can enjoy. It's so quiet in the car anyways. What's another thing that I would probably think about twice for this when I look at any other competitors? I've talked to my wife and we probably said no. Yeah, a little bit of color. I think was in it. Oh, wheels. I'd love to see how the wheels really look. Next time I'll have a chance, I'll take off the aero covers. I've seen it I just wanted to see it in person, what it looked like, right? Because some of the older generation ones, when you take off the aero covers, I really like the look of the wheels. So, that's something that could be easily adapted on probably with this generation too. The other thing too is just it uses camera base. So it doesn't have some of the sensors on the corner anymore. I'm not quite sure how. I wasn't really privy to the previous generation of Teslas, but I've used it obviously in other cars. And that kind of distronic system there, that distance proximity and location, I think with a camera always worries me slightly, because just like backup cameras, right? They can get mud on top of them. Hey, what if a bunch of flies, I drive into a swarm of flies, right? And it covers that. So I just want to make sure that those are not safety features that are compromised. I did try that if it was auto-intuitive, to know that if there was a actually gate in front of me, to know that I wouldn't drive right into it, right? But I think that you do need a wall based on the how that camera shoots in there to identify if it puts into reverse immediately without letting me put it into drive, so I would drive into something. So I wanted to try that. We didn't have an opportunity to try that during the demo. I think I'll try one more demo of it again. I don't really. I'd love to get the dual motor performance one. The reality is, I think the rebates that I might qualify for at this time here, it just compels me too much to buy the regular one. And the rear wheel drive one, it's pretty engaging. I feel that it's pretty light, or it feels light, and I can kind of, like, if I put stickier tires on it, I can still have a boatload of fun, right? For sure. So that's kind of my take on the 2024 Model 3. The range and stuff, I definitely did not play with it at all. I was pretty heavy-footed most of the time with it. And, I just wanted to test out the suspension on speed bumps and stuff. And reporting back, all good. Yeah, I really like some of the changes. Definitely the sound deadening on it is number one. I think the touch and feel, the just the minimalist factor. I love that form function in it too. That there's storage in there, right? And where it has to be, it's quite large too. Yep. But aside from that, right now, I think that we'll have some good conversations. But it looks like if everything works out, that could get an EV in the fleet in the near future. So that's basically going to be a few motorcycles, a boatload of manual gassers, and one EV, right? So hopefully we're not supporting one way or another. We're well balanced just in life and everything that we do. But hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit. I hope you guys took away a little bit of our just brief demo day today. Reporting back to Leona forgot to say, Dad, hey, the back screen is awesome. It has YouTube, it has music, it has her ventilation control, and she controls things from up front. So that's from my 8-year-old Leona. She loves it from the back, and she has heated seats. And for me, if she's comfortable and happy and likes being there, maybe that's the environment that we put her in. So cheers for now. This is from Uncle Lo. We'll talk to you later, and maybe next time I'll report to you if I did get that, or I might consider something else. Okay, bye. Please subscribe.